The global small farming value chain is incredibly inefficient. Every year, over $90 billion of harvested goods never make it to market. A further $210 billion is captured by intermediaries. That's a loss of $300 billion a year to small farmers around the world. $300 billion every year. To unlock this trapped value, we've developed Agromovil, an app-based platform that connects producers, transporters, and buyers, enabling them to make deals directly, arrange transport, and pay on the platform. Match, batch, and pay. Designed with farmers to be simple, sign-up takes just minutes, and posting products for sale is a snap. Farmers can look for buyers today or signal the market about their future production. Our award-winning international team has won contests and grants, built partnerships, and earned wide recognition in the press. Today, Agromovil is growing rapidly in our pilot market, Colombia, with plans to add new functionality and expand soon to the US and Africa. And in response to the COVID crisis, Team Agromovil has launched a simplified, no-cost version of the platform to help buyers and sellers arrange deals and pickups without face-to-face interaction, social distancing for the agricultural supply chain. Our vision is broad, to create a truly circular system. Food coming from field to market, trucks returning with products that small farm communities need. Full out, full back. A more efficient and profitable small farming ecosystem. The market is large and the stakes are high. Small-scale farming is the world's largest employer. To feed the world's growing population, we'll need to nearly double food production and get that food to markets. We can make the match between farmers and buyers. We can put more money in the pockets of small farmers everywhere and more food on the tables of a hungry world. We can do it with Agromovil.
Hi, my name is Andrew Mack, and I'm founder and CEO of Agromovil. Agromovil is an app-based platform that enables small farmers to connect with buyers and transporters so they can put their goods into the marketplace quickly, safely, and in an efficient manner, and go direct to make the direct connection between buyer and seller so that the entire small ag ecosystem becomes more efficient and more profitable for everyone. Agromovil was born out of a conversation. I had been going through a period of particularly extensive travel all around the world, Africa, Latin America, parts of South Asia. And everywhere I went, I saw the same image. Small farmer, big bags of produce sitting by the side of the road, waiting for transport that might or might never come. I had the opportunity to sit down and talk with some farmers outside of Abuja in Nigeria, and we had a really interesting conversation. We talked about how hard they were working. We talked about how they put their products in the market. We talked about the new cell phones that they had and the way that they were using them. And I came back to the office and I thought, there must be a way that we can solve this problem, that we can connect the small farmer with the markets, cutting out the intermediary, cutting out the middleman, and making sure that the farmers themselves made more money from the hard work that they were doing. So we did all the statistics. We looked at it very, very carefully, and in fact, we found that there was tremendous waste around the world. The biggest issue that we saw was visibility. No one knows that farmer is sitting at the side of the road with his produce ready for pickup, and we wanted to provide visibility for him so that he could see into the marketplace who wants his goods, and visibility for people who want to buy his goods, and then transport to pull that together. And that was the genesis of Agromovil. It's a match, batch, and pay platform. So the three pieces are important. Matching, taking that farmer that we talked about earlier and giving him the ability to raise his hand and show what products he has by putting them up on the platform in a very, very simple way. And then matching with a buyer. So I might say, hi, I've got 20 bags of oranges. A buyer might say, I'm interested in 15 of those bags of oranges. You work over the platform, find each other, you agree on what you need to do in terms of the size, the time of pickup, and things like that. Who's going to arrange the transport, and you can arrange on the price, make an offer over the platform. Then in areas where the transport system is ready, we take those matches based on the day and the location, and we push them to our batching engine, which creates optimized routes so that small truckers can go and pick up the different small loads, 1, 2, 3, 4, filling their truck, making sure that all of the goods get picked up in the most efficient order, making sure that each trip to the countryside from the transporter's perspective is as efficient as possible. And then the third piece of it is payments. Much of what happens around the world today, for small farmers, happens in cash. And there is some security or familiarity in cash, but as we all know, that it's a real missed opportunity, because most farmers don't establish a credit history as a result of their using cash. They don't have access to more sophisticated financial products. They have a lot of the challenges that people who use cash do. On the platform in Colombia, which is our pilot market, we've integrated with Mercado Pago, which is it's like the PayPal of Latin America. It's the most widely used payments platform in Latin America. And you can do cash, and now we're open for credit cards as well. And in fact, we can do international credit cards. So a buyer in California who sees goods in Colombia and can arrange the transport, assuming that the goods are ready for export, that person can use Agromovil to buy their crops. So how we're going to grow is we're not trying to reach each farmer one by one. We'll be thrilled if the farmers find us, and we're certainly going to do everything we can to make this viral. But we know that there's a trust element in all of this, and so we're working with the people in the trust community, if you will, for agriculture. So who are they? They're growers associations, they're credit unions and banks. They are governments where they're supportive to ag extension and other kinds of programs that are available, right? We've got a lot of people who are on our team. We've got a tremendous partnership with Como Trasan, which is one of the largest, I think it may be the largest credit union in Colombia, with over 400,000 members. And they know that this is a way for them to both reach more customers and to better serve the customers that they already have. And then when you add to that the fact that COVID has made it that much more difficult and a little bit dangerous for them to go out to see their customers, or for their customers to come and see them in person, this is a way of maintaining the connection. We piloted in Santander in Colombia, which is in eastern Colombia. But one of the things that's happened, because we've gotten some nice press, because we've gotten accepted into a Ministry of Agriculture program that is nationwide, is that we're starting to see people going to the App Store, going to the Play Store, downloading the Agromovil app, playing with it themselves. And we're starting to see people in different parts of Colombia who are posting products on the platform, and not just in Colombia, but in other countries as well. We just got a person who contacted us from Ghana and says, how can I get my hands on Agromovil, and how can I make it work here in Ghana, which is really exciting. So we're reaching people through our growth path is to reach people both virally and also through their trusted institutions. And so far it's going great. Like an Airbnb, we take a small fee as a portion of every transaction that passes across the platform as an arranger. But our interest is in seeing the farmer make more money. When they make more money, we make more money. Down the road, of course, we're going to have a bunch of data to help serve the community, data that governments may want so that they can figure out which roads need to be fixed, or NGOs so that they know who they can help, or ministries of agriculture who needs more agricultural extension help, or fast-moving consumer goods, like we've been in conversations with Walmart. They have very, very little data about most of the rural populations around the world. And some places we're talking, they're not even on the Google map yet. So we know that there are an awful lot of people be interested in the data that we have. We designed the platform in the field with the farmers themselves. Our perspective on the market was really different from a lot of the people that we are notionally competitors with. We're not trying to be a better intermediary. We don't want to take control of the goods, right? And we're not focused primarily on the volume and the quality of the goods. We know that at least 30% of all the people who, 30% of all the goods that get harvested every year don't even make it to market. Imagine having the opportunity to make 30% more for just doing the work that you're already doing, right? First rule of holes, stop digging. First rule of agriculture, make sure that everything that is harvested gets into the marketplace, that you get the value from that. The volume doesn't really matter if I'm the farmer. And we heard that over and over again. Help me make more money. That's what I want. I want my kids to be able to take over my farm. I want this to be a good business for them to do. And we heard that from the farmer side, from the transporter side, and from the purchaser side as well. Yeah, it's one of the things that we've been working on right now is as the platform has grown, we want to grab the vignettes that really bring it home. A producer named Gabriel Rueda, he talked a lot about how Agromovil saves him time trying to put goods into the marketplace, right? Currently, the practice is you have to call someone, you have to go to the marketplace to put your goods in, and or you have to wait for someone who might or might not come. So that was one thing, saving time. Second one, Jessica Aleandra, she was talking. She's a merchant. She's talking about the ability to more effortlessly sell in the time of COVID. Right. This is a really big thing because one of the things that happened when Colombia locked down, and many parts of the world are the same. Fewer and fewer trucks go out to the countryside. So what happens? You have pressure on the farmer because fewer and fewer people there to buy. And you have pressure in the city because supplies are constrained and there's a lot of uncertainty in the marketplace. Consumers get hit, farmers get hit. Agromovil has the ability to make that bridge and in sharing the data between the two sides, make the markets a lot more stable. And the last one is about prices. That was Jose Pardo from Perez. He said, we're in a situation where everybody is stretched and Agromovil gives me the ability to see more offers, which means I get better prices. And that's the most important thing. This visibility is really what it's all about. First of all, we've been incredibly enthusiastic about the growth that we've already had. And we started less than 6 months ago, and already we have seen a really super steep growth curve. We've now got almost 1,000 people on the platform. Our hope for the year was to reach around 750. So we're going to blow through that like crazy. And they're a nice mix between buyers and sellers. So about two-thirds sellers, 1/3 buyers. We think that's about the right mix. So that there's enough demand on the buyer pull side and enough product on the producer side. In terms of users, we've also got steady growth in the number of products that are available on the platform. We now have had more than 75 different products that have been placed at one point in time on the platform. The largest of which, not surprising given the region that we're in, is cacao. Because that's a very big cacao producing region, but there are a lot of others and they're really diverse. Plantains, chicken, coffee, avocado, eggs, mandarin oranges, bananas. I mean, it really runs the gamut. In terms of the publications, we've got 37% of all of the producers who have downloaded the app have posted at least one time on the platform. This is important because we're talking about a population that really is not super techy. Getting an engagement rate of 37% to actually take an action is pretty substantial. To set up an account and to put something up on the platform, that is a big deal. 22% of our, either 700 or so agriculturalists who are producers currently have something on the platform, and many of them the 5th or 6th time. So we know we're seeing that kind of stickiness that we're looking for. We know that they get the value proposition, they like it, and they see this as something that is both simple enough for them to do and urgent enough, especially in this time of COVID. And they're starting to tell their friends about it. It's some great stuff. I think it's super exciting stuff. One of them is we now have the ability to, and it's just in the process of releasing it now, we now have the ability to do all kinds of detailed searches. So if you're looking for tomatoes, okay, I'm a soup kitchen looking to buy within 100 miles of my house. We can figure out who are the producers within 100 miles of your house of that specific good. So who are the tomato growers and who are the tomato growers within 100 miles of your house? And then we can send them targeted messages saying to them, hey, if you've got product that isn't up on the platform yet, we may have a buyer for you. Go push it up on the platform. So that two-way messaging is really powerful, and it's something that we've just got going, and we've already started testing it, and people love it. So that's very, very exciting. We're going to be looking at new kinds of engagement tools to be able to push out to people information about weather, about indicative pricing, specifically targeted agricultural extension. So how to grow better tomatoes. And since we know who the tomato guys are or tomato women are, we'll be able to push tomato messages on behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture to them. Should that be something that they want to do? It gets more information in the hands of the right people, exactly the right people. So we think that that's really exciting. We're starting up work in Tanzania with in a partnership with USDA to support the Tanzanian Horticultural Association, which has 40,000 members. We're very excited about that. That's just in the process of getting launched right now. We were contacted by USDA to work with Taha as part of their goal of helping Taha create better market linkages, both market linkages between their members and local markets and export markets. We've had interest from Peru, from Mexico, from Guatemala and El Salvador. We've had interest from Ghana and Panama, Nigeria, a bunch of different, Nepal. I mean, a lot of places have been contacting us and saying, hey, this is something that really fits the situation that we are in. We want a system that's easy to implement, that's simple for the farmer to understand, that doesn't require a lot of gymnastics to get set up, right? And that simply works. So part of our expansion is to tap that demand and have it be as much as possible user-driven, user-pulled. Agromovil is a real true entrepreneurial journey in a lot of ways. We started off with just an idea that morphed into a one-pager and a PowerPoint and this kind of thing. And to see it develop over the last 3.5 years from a concept to an app that's working in the field, touching people's lives and creating real benefit for people. I mean, I can't tell you, we have an incredible team in the United States and Colombia, and soon to be in Tanzania and other places. Our goal is a simple goal, is to revolutionize the way that people do small scale ag around the world, to make it possible for the people who provide the goods, who grow the crops, give them the ability to make more money, to get consumers fresher goods that are healthier for them at a better price, and just to make that whole ecosystem more efficient and more profitable. Really want to appreciate the chance to speak to the conference today, and looking forward to talking with anybody who's interested. We're trying to create a global movement around Agromovil, and we're well on our way.